I'm the bad guy. I'm the, I'm the, I'm the bad. I'm the.
Everybody, and welcome back to Across the Gridiron. We are into part 4 now, and so it's time to look at our bold predictions and our picks for next week. So before we go into that, let's look quickly at how we did last week. We predicted 5 games as always. We had the Bears and the Lions, we had the Giants and the Cowboys, we had the Dolphins and the Packers, the Eagles and the Ravens, and the 49ers and the Bills. Now, we knew going into this week that, yours truly had a fairly comfortable lead over Eddie. So I thought, well, let's just try and mix it up a bit. Let's see what difference we can make. And it turns out we both got 4 right. We both got 1 wrong. Difference being that you, for some daft reason, despite everything that I told you, you thought the Dolphins would go to the Packers and win. I tell you, the Dolphins don't turn up in the cold, and they didn't. Well, I put my faith in Lamar Jackson. I put my faith in Tucker, and they just ripped it out of my hands. I said it was a must-win game, and they lost. So the current standings where we are at the moment is, Eddie, your record is 12-8, and mine is 16-4. So you've still got it all to do for these next few weeks. Are you feeling confident now going into these picks? So you can turn this around.
I'm feeling confident, right? Because your team
misplaced. I like it.
I could have been 5, right? So listen, this is the week, right? I know that people are rooting for me. Like, this is the comeback story, right? The underdog.
Since when? Well, they want the newcomer, not the person who's been on this for 2 years. They want this newcomer, the rookie QB here, the young 39-year-old rookie from Sheffield to bring this home.
Listen, I'm coming for you. I got my eyes on you, right? Let's kick it on, because I'm itching to go. I've got it all ready now.
Well, let's start with where you went so dramatically wrong last week with the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are at home to the Jets, and just a reminder for everybody who's watching this: Eddie picks these games, right? It's nothing to do with me. Eddie picks the games. So let's go with the Jets versus Dolphins. I think we both know where we're going with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Dolphins. Gonna ride with the Dolphins. Swim with the Dolphins on this one. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think the Jets. It's been disaster. Yeah, it's not happening in New York.
No, the Jets are garbage at the moment, aren't they? And who knows? I mean, Aaron Rodgers might have even played his last game, so who knows who's going to be lining up at QB for the Jets next week. I am also going with my heart and my head and going for the Dolphins. So fins up all the way. Game 2, Panthers and the Eagles. So we've talked about Bryce Young playing a lot better, and the Panthers really pushing pressure on games that we didn't think that they would. Now, are they going to cause an upset here? Yes or no? Are you going for the Panthers or are you going for the Eagles?
Very tempted to go with the Panthers, but no, I'm not that crazy.
Nor am I.
Yeah. The thing is that I do think the game might be close, right? I think that the Eagles might just underestimate the Panthers because of their record and because of what they might think the Panthers are. But I think the Panthers are slowly, it's a bit like the Lions, like 3 seasons ago. If you remember, the Lions were losing a lot of games, and then towards the end of the season, they started having those sparks, just the little shoots of recovery. They were not self-sabotaging in the game. So I'm thinking, right, don't take the Panthers lightly, but it's an Eagles win.
Oh, yeah, it's an Eagles win. We could just lock that one down. I don't even think I need to give too much follow-up on that one. Okay, let's go on to the next one. A little bit more tougher to call. We've got the Bills, and we've got the Bills at the LA Rams. Now, obviously, Josh Allen and the Bills look pretty unstoppable at the moment, but the Rams have it all to play for. It's in LA. Now, does Allen, do they bring it home? Are they pushing for that top seed, or do we think the Rams can cause a bit of an upset here?
Um, the Bills always have this thing where they always have a let me down game, somewhere in their schedule, like a game that you expect them to win, and then they end up losing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick the Bills only because I think that right now they were so close to getting that number one seed. Because you almost think this is the week that the Chiefs actually lose, and somehow they manage to win. So I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one, but I have this feeling that we could be wrong because I don't know what you're gonna go for.
No, I'm also going for the Bills. I think that they are going to be wanting to push for that top seed,
Yeah.
right? They are in. Although, I mean, the Chiefs will come on to our next pick. Bit of a spoiler alert, but I think that the Bills are going to be wanting that. They're not going to. I don't think they'll let up until it's mathematically impossible for them to take that top seed. They may have a game where it all goes wrong for them. I don't see it being this one. If this was maybe last game, penultimate game of the regular season, then I think, and the Rams are still really had to have something to go for, then I think that we could there be a more of a chance for an upset. But yeah, I think we're both going for the Bills on that one.
Yeah.
So game 4, it's the other team in LA. We're going the Chargers at the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs again, 11-1.
Yeah.
But it's a big but with the Chiefs. They are a really hard team to predict at the moment. You can predict they're going to win, but it's going to be close. Now, do you think this is a game that they slip up, or do you think they'll just somehow find a way, as they seem to be doing all the time at the moment?
This two teams played earlier on in the season, and it was a very, very close game. And the Chiefs won that game by 17-10. Right. And the Chargers stormed into an early lead. They scored 10 points in the first quarter, and they scored no points for the rest of the game, which is ridiculous. Now, the Chiefs defense, they can turn it up. Like Chris Jones, he's Mr. Third Down. Like literally, when you watch the game and the Chiefs have got a third down that they need to come off, guess who's getting a sack? Chris Jones. So I think this is going to be another close game. I also think that the Chargers have got a good chance to win this game. I think they're going to learn from the mistake that they have, and I'm going to put my fate on the Chargers in this one. I think this is the second loss for the Chiefs, and the Chargers win this one. Close one, but they win this one.
Yeah, I think you could well be right. I think that this will be a tough game. The Chargers, again, divisional games. Divisional games are always tough to call, aren't they? I think that if the Chiefs are going to lose a game, this is going to be a tough one. The Chargers, again, they are still. So I think it's a really interesting point you make, and I think that you're right. I think the Chargers could be the team to topple Chiefs. It's a divisional game. However, it's in Kansas. It's gonna be cold again. I'm sticky with the Chiefs for this one, just to make it interesting, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think the equalizer of the weather might be the thing that because LA is a nice warm place, so warm teams don't like cold weather, so you might have something going in there.
All right, well, let's look at the final game we're gonna look at. It's going to be the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Now, we've just mentioned that the NFC West is an absolute car crash at the moment. You can't take your eyes off it. You don't know which way it's going to go. This is an incredibly tough game at the moment. If the Seahawks are 7-5, the Cardinals 6-6. A win and they could be swapping positions in the playoff picture. So again, this is the toughest game to call. It's a coin toss for me. So which way are you tossing that coin?
I like Geno Smith. For some reason, I think he's very underrated as a quarterback. He doesn't do a lot of things wrong. He's never up there in terms of all the stats for passing yards or touchdown, but he's never also up there in terms of turnovers as well. He doesn't
Mhm.
do lots of picks, doesn't give.
Solid.
He's a solid quarterback. He's your steady Eddie, right?
Hey, well, if only if there was only a steady Eddie on this podcast.
So I am riding on because the Cardinals, I don't trust Kyler Murray. I think he's got a interception in him. He's got a fumble in him. I think he likes to play hero ball sometimes. He likes to be Superman, and that's why for me I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one. I just feel that the Seahawks can, taste it. If I'm really honest, I think they're the better team. I'm gonna ride with the Seahawks.
Okay, well, I'm going to make it interesting for no other reason other than the league table, and I'm going to go for the Cardinals. Cardinals have got the home field advantage. They are, yeah, Kyler Murray on his day can be devastating or he can be devastated. I would, yeah. It's a coin toss, but if you're going for the Seahawks, I'll go for the Cardinals. Let's just make this a little bit interesting.
Yeah. DK Metcalf to score a touchdown.
Absolutely. Well, so there are our picks for this week. Feel free to let us know who you pick. Do you think we know what we're talking about, or are we just making absolute clowns of ourselves? Leave a note in the comments. But if you want to say someone of the clown, just make sure you say it's Eddie and not me. But I think that will more or less wrap us up for this week's Across the Gridiron. So we've covered a lot of this, time. Feels like it's been quite a long episode, but broken up into 4 if you're watching this on YouTube. So look, big thanks to you, Eddie, as well as always for keeping this running. Do you want to sign off?
I do, Matt. It's been great, and thank you for all the fans as well. We really appreciate all of you. Had a great time just talking NFL. You guys in the United Kingdom, loving the American game. Where would you find that? This is absolutely incredible, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate the comments as well. So please drop the comments down in the comment section as well. Let us know what you think in topics that we talked about, right? What do you think, about the playoff chances for the Seahawks, Dolphins? We want to talk about the malicious hit by Aziz, and Trevor Lawrence. But let us know where you stand on any of these topics that we want to read out the best one in the show.
Absolutely. Well said, Eddie. Well said. So that'll be it for this week's edition of Across the Gridiron. We will see you next week for more NFL action. See you soon.
See you soon.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the